All right, folks, I promise I have collected myself. No more outbursts. We go to the red card S&D. X Element on the verge of being reverse swept. Skyfox Studio with the momentum. X Element trying to prove that they've got the ice. Let's get it going.
Bomb early in the hands of X Element, potentially looking to make its way towards that B side, but Elias will back on out as Devin, he'll clear stuff out over here towards the B street, just trying to look towards that top angle. How will the COD timing go for him here? The check around. Oh my God, Quinn, it's gonna make me throw up.
They're both going to get the information, and that's going to be the stun check on in to give further information towards either side. X Element trying to aggress over towards the A side is going to be a big play here needed for the side of Qolorblind as Skyfox Studio tries to get in position to mitigate this.
Bomb will be able to plan it
here.
Oh my God. Elias right on the other side of Riz. Riz pops up, able to find the kill. Now with the man advantage, but the bomb will go down for X Element. So now that timer will have to be in the back pocket of Skyfox's mind.
Skyfox Studio back against the wall, and X Element is going to take full advantage. It's going to be Quid and Void responding in tow, but it's going to be immediately traded back out. Trades galore, down to a 2v1. All comes down to Riz with the bomb in hand. 24 seconds left, he has to go.
He has to go, and he has to go now. Just has to isolate one of these gunfights, but he's only finding hit markers, and you just have to wonder when the other shoe will drop. Pistol out right now. Can he find the kill to just ring around the rosy with him? Not going to be able to make it happen, and X Element will get a little bit of their wits back about them and find this first round here in map 5.
Composure's regained. We're back. Last two maps never happened. I mean, it's a very, very good play. Very good mitigation as well. You did have Riz with the first strike, but you get those ARs hot, reared, ready to go for the side of X Element, which has really been their shining point to this point. Back into the mix of this once again. We saw what they could do on an S&D. Specifically, Hacienda. Does Skyfox have a response back onto the attacker side for the first time?
Skyfox Studio, you got the bomb in your hand, but what do you elect to do here, Quinn? Is it going to be the stock standard? Is it going to be the 4-hit on up? It looks like aggression. Void, he has to deal with this early pressure on in. He gets backed right up on out. And now, here comes the side of Skyfox Studio.
Cavalry is here. Skyfox Studio, but so much information gained from the side of X Element. It's going to be the first kill to strike from the boys in white. Jibian trying to aggress on forward. It's going to be Grim as well, coming from the side. So many different angles that you have to guard for, and X Element is not prepared at all. Skyfox Studio, clean, flawless attacker side.
And that is exactly how you want to bounce back there after dropping that first round, Quinn. They come full balls to the walls aggression. Able to get it done, 4 up, 4 down, and now tying us at 1 apiece. And Quinn, between both these teams, I mean, you never want to call it too early, but it just feels like it could go the distance, doesn't it? This just feels like
absolutely
one of those series that could go all the way to a map 5 round 11.
Matt, I believe it's our first map 5 that we have casted in the UFGL, so it absolutely
come on, baby.
Here we go. X Element back onto the attacker side where they need some work over towards A this time, applying a little bit of pressure over towards the B side. Tags come through. Information is gained, but you still see a little bit of pressure floating towards the outside. Qolorblind has the setup.
Big nade in potentially, but Qolorblind, he'll be able to just peek around this corner. And like you talked about, he is the player that could shut everything down right now. Around through the outside, is he going to chow quit? Seems to have an inkling to where he wants to go from. Riz early chow out, and Elias will shut him down. Qolorblind, though, immediately back into the parade. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of X Element.
Still alive, and you're trying to see Grim gain a little bit of a wraparound play here. You need Void to shut this down. Qolorblind will fall. Now it's all onto Grim. 1v3 becomes a 1v2. We'll be able to deal with that early onset pressure. With the bomb going down, 40 seconds left, and he's over towards the wrong side of the map, Matt. This is exactly where X Element's going to want him.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the perfect position from X Element. You can just back on up. You know exactly where he has to come from, and this is just the numbers game, and it's going to be very difficult to deal with. You talk about the time as well, 26 seconds, ticking away, only the tags in, information again garnered from X Element, and this just seems impossible here for Grim.
Clock is red. He's got to go, and he's got to go now, but just not feeling confident enough to get in for the bomb. The check will come through, surely. Matter of moments here, and you're going to have 2 opportunities to get the check with 10 seconds left. And it's just not going to happen, even if Grim has a genie in his back pocket. We'll be able to find the 2 kills, shut down some streaks, gain some of his own. But as you said, Matt, just the time being the additional factor.
Yeah, and I mean, that was just the biggest thing, and you called it perfectly. I mean, he's starting on the other side of the map there, and he already has to take almost half the time to defuse to get over at least to the bomb site. 2v1 scenario, just going to go X Element's way 9 times out of 10. Skyfox Studios, though, we saw one really nice response from them on the attacker's side before. What do they do now that the bomb is in their hand once again? We've just been trading back to back to back attacker side rounds. Skyfox Studio needs another one here to knot things up.
2 heavyweight fighters in the ring. Here we go. X Element into their defensive positioning. Skyfox Studio is just going to take it straight down mid, looking for an opportunity to have a bang out over towards his B site. Grim is immediately going to strike, and it's going to go ahead and free up a little bit of time.
They haven't checked the mid building, and now Void may be able to get the first one for free, get out with his life. And now things into the 3v3. You find him and get that out of the way. So the pressure now dealt with, and as Grim finds the second, and now all on to Elias, 1v3. X Element, they had a chance there, Quinn, but it just kind of falls apart at the seams.
Qolorblind might have gotten the information as well. Elias, no, he's going to slip into the backlines. We'll be able to find one, but still a tall task up ahead. As now the pincer is going to come on through. Elias, a duck, a dive, a dodge. He's just behind cover. But now Skyfox Studio holding hands. The stuns are coming through. Everything looking like a white round win.
And Skyfox Studios will make it so 2-2 here now, Quinn. X Element, you're trading back and forth with them. You were once up 2-0 in this series. Where does the momentum come from? Where does the mental regain happen? As right now, neither team has found an edge in this map 5.
Yeah, and again, you mentioned it perfectly. The break is going to happen at some point between these two teams, and it just feels like whoever strikes first on the defensive side will be able to get that early lead that could potentially push them over the finish line. Here on Red Card S&D, Skyfox Studio, the aforementioned, on the defensive side now. X Element, they need this round to keep the pace going.
Elias with the bomb in hand. Early trades going either which way as Elias makes his way quickly over towards that B site. 3-on-3. Early pressure now as Elias will pick up that kill. Immediately traded back, though, so we just keep trading kills, Quinn. 2v2, bomb trapped.
Back and forth, and both players from both teams just holding hands, not wanting to be the team that makes the first mistake. The bomb is trapped in Narnia. Now Void aggressing on forward. It's the double pincer for the side of X Element. Skyfox not anticipating it. Another attacker side round win. We keep the trend moving. Now, I'm not literally in their court, but metaphorically, X Element with the opportunity to strike.
You talked about that pincer maneuver perfectly set up from X Element here. They find the last 2 kills. Like you said, you keep with the trends. 5 offensive round wins in a row split between both these teams. And now Skyfox with, I guess, is the advantageable position, at least in this series, now with the bomb in hand.
Not necessarily advantageous, but definitely the opportunity to strike. Looking to strike while the iron's hot, though. They've got to keep this momentum. It's the first kill in favor of X Element as you get Void aggressing on forward. We'll be able to pull back with his life as well. Gives a little bit of a off-kilter approach here for Skyfox Studio. And look at the wrap starting to develop from Elias. I love this.
Look at number 2. Elias may have the play that could shut things down. He goes slow up the side, and now Qolorblind, does he find the read onto him, as well as now look at where the bomb is wanting to go.
Yeah, the front angle pressure. Skyfox Studio will be able to make their way into B, but it will come at the cost of Grim. Big fragger taken out of the equation, all on to raising Qolorblind now as the bomb going down. X Element on the outskirts of the play, now going to get the information, now surely going to know that they have to regain over towards this B site. Void looking for the first angle of opportunity here for the boys in pink.
Yeah, but the 4v2 retake just makes this so much easier for X Element. You have so many players, so many angles to work with. 2 players just trapped inside a sight, and that's where Elias will strike. Riz finds the first, finds the second, out with his life. Now things get a little bit interesting, but not interesting enough. And Elias and X Element will break the pattern, break the streak of offensive round wins, and take a 4-2 map lead here late in this map 5.
I mean, there was a lot of the round where Elias was not necessarily talked about, but you watch number 2 on your minimap throughout the entirety of that round. You saw that wraparound play. You saw him in the backlines the entire time, and Elias just timed it out perfectly, striking while the iron's hot, striking at the perfect time to catch Skyfox lacking. And it just results in the round win for X Element, a much needed one, as you said, because on the defensive side, they're able to strike first. Now up 4-2 on the attacker side, they go where they've had a lot of success.
Yeah, you talk about a lot of success. Perfect so far on the attacker side from X Element. They do it here. They go up 5-2. They can really hang their hat, potentially end this series off. First blood going either which way, though. Traded back and forth now into the 3v3. Skyfox Studios, you have to hold here in this round.
Grim, the one-man band over towards B. Luckily not going to be really needed. You see so far pressed up is Jibian. Has the opportunity to catch this on his head. Quit. Not gonna get the information from behind. He slips on forward, but doesn't get to kill us. Back and forth we go.
Devin, now with the bomb, may be able to make the play. These players are right on top of each other. Now through the stage we will go. Shots ringing out. Not going to hit for either player. Now going either which way with hit Mikers. And exactly. Mitch and Grim towards the top side. It will be Riz, though, that deals with that first one on the stage. Now all on the Void.
Oh my gosh, and Grim slips out. This makes things so much more difficult because not only do you have the pressure up in your face, but you have the pressure from the top, and Grim is going to get active on forward, is going to find the kill, and it goes back to back. The defensive rounds. Skyfox Studio with the perfect response when it's needed most. Down by 1 still. But again, they're in that driver's side rear view mirror, and they are so much closer than they appear.
What is this series, Quinn? What is this? Back and forth we go. 5 offensive round wins to start this out. Now back-to-back defensive splits. Skyfox Studio back with the bomb in their hand. Again, once down 2-0 in this series, Quinn, have fought their way back to get it to this point. And now just a few more rounds to decide who will walk away with the series win.
We saw Skyfox make the regain on Hacienda S&D a little bit too little too late, but they've done it before, and now it's the perfect timing to do it again. Pressing on forward through the hedges, they will go. Information being gained, shots being extended over the hedges, and it will eventually be the first strike from Grim, the second strike from Riz, and now they have the credence to push on up the map.
3v4 situation. Quit tries to find the shots in, but gonna be backed on out. Kill does come through onto GB, and so now only man down, but 2v3 and going to be backed right on out of the site. Skyfox has the credence to plant.
This element just doesn't have a whole lot. They have to some way somehow work their way up the map in a 2v3 to even make this manageable. I mean, this is such a tough spot. You are going to try and gain the power position here. If you are Void, get as much information as you possibly can. You do see Grim. Shots coming through eventually, but it's just tags for now.
Tags for now, and Qolorblind waits right on the other side of this bush.
Oh
this could be a huge gunfight going either which way, and Qolorblind able to walk away with it, and now almost impossible. 1v2, 19 seconds left. Void has to go, and he has to go quickly, and Quinn, I just don't think he has the time.
If you're Skyfox Studio, you just have to play your life. You might get a kill here if you can sneak up in time, but you have to get through the stage, and you're just not going to be able to in time. Oh my goodness. Matt, you said it. What is this series? It is pure pandemonium.
Oh my
Skyfox Studio, back-to-back rounds now. 4-4 tie. You wipe away everything that we've seen to this point. Both teams within 2 of closing. Oh my god, I'm going to throw up.
This series is just absolutely gut-wrenching for both sides. I mean, again, down 2-0 in the series, Skyfox able to battle their way back, and then early on in this S&D, X Element going up 4-2, looking like they could have a chance to slam the door, and Skyfox just digs deep one more time and is able to find 2 back-to-back rounds. Now on the defensive side with a chance to put it on series point.
The question is, where does X Element elect to go? We haven't seen them actually hit over towards B. It's always been the early onset pressure. Skyfox as well. It's going to clear out the top side of A, so now the pincer potentially in the cards here. Jibian is going to get away with his life. He gets the first kill. Looking for the second as well. This is a little bit of a do-si-do. Skyfox Studio, they're going to have the presence in the site, but it's going to be a man disadvantage.
It's a huge kill for him as well. The Skyfox now, as you said, at a man disadvantage, and they don't have anyone that can really make their way on in. That's a huge kill towards the backside, though, from Riz. Evens things up here, Quinn. 2v2 bomb still hasn't quite made its way down yet, so Qolorblind may have the chance here at a kill.
Riz has the perfect opportunity, though, to pincer on through.
Watch out.
Gets the information,
Watch
gets
out.
the call from Qolorblind. You gotta watch out. It's Jeff Hardy in the ring.
Oh!
Riz puts it on match point. Series point for Skyfox Studio. 1 round away from the reverse sweep.
You have to watch your back. Riz able to slither on up like Randy Orton finds the double RKO. 10-5 to his name. Series point here for Skyfox Studios. A sentence I never thought I would be saying just 40 minutes ago. X Element, all the pressure now resides on your shoulders and Quinn's heart.
My heart is fickle. It's a defensive round needed for X Element to push us to a round 11. Oh, would it be a good story? Skyfox with so much momentum.
Oh,
Elias has everything on his shoulders now. Him and Qolorblind. This is important. We'll have the backside pressure. But Qolorblind, how the turns can table now. A plant is in.
A-Plant sending Qolorblind right now towards the backside. He's been watching this the whole time, but now you're a little bit out of the play. Elias finally strikes, and now 1v3. Bomb might be able to be defused, but what is this? What is this? JB standing right on the edge, able to find the first. Second one won't come in. 27 seconds left. Clock digging into red. Won't be able to find the kill. And ladies and gentlemen, did I ever call it? Sitting at 1-1 apiece, we will head to a map 5 round 11 reverse sweep potential, the shutdown potential. X Element Skyfox Studios, 1 round to decide a winner.
I mean, both of these teams, it's to the point where you just need divine intervention. One team will get it. It all comes down to this round. Back onto the attacker side, X Element goes. What had been so good till Skyfox Studios showed up with the response. Skyfox, the opportunity to close. X Element with the opportunity to close. Matt, it all comes down to this, and I'm quivering in my boots.
I'm shaking. I'm quivering. But what player will be able to stand true, be able to stand tall? Devin, already early pressure here. You have to watch out for Riz, though. They will be able to deal with him. Elias, first blood in the back pocket, and X Element will strike first in the round 11.
Grim will still have that power position over towards the top side. Qolorblind, first line of defense over towards the actual hill. X Element slowly but surely trying to make their way up the map with a man advantage. Evan gets the information on Qolorblind. It's only tags for now, though. Able to get out with his life, and that shot's now coming in from the top from Brim. He's going to be taken out of the play. 4v2.
And now, almost everything seemingly impossible right now from Skyfox. You were down 2 rounds. You were down 2 games. But it might all come crumbling down. Qolorblind, 1v4. You need a miracle. You need an absolute Hail Mary. Can't even find the first kill. It's anything but tags right now, Quinn.
25 seconds left. X Element with the opportunity to stop the disaster, to stop the snowball. It all comes down to this, Matt. Nothing that you can do if you're Qolorblind with 15 seconds left. 4 players to deal with. It will be X Element taking it down to round 11. Game 5. Never a doubt in my mind. We're taking Miami too. X Element!
This guy is going to pop a blood vessel here if we're not careful. I'm glad that we got to see the reaction there from Quinn. Maybe more exciting than the players. But as he said, they avoid an absolute disaster. Skyfox Studio down 2 maps in the series, fighting their way all the way back, down 4-2 inside of the map 5, forcing around 11, but just not quite able to shut the door. And X Element will win their first series win in front of their biggest fan, but their 3rd in a row with this new roster.
Oh, how good it feels.
Oh, you look like Matt, you look devious. You look devious
how does
right
it
now.
Feel? How does it feel to bet against X Element and f***ing lose? There's your pick'em spree. Gone. Dusted. Out the window. Never bet against X Element again. I mean, you talk about the importance of a series like this. This is a defining win heading into Miami. Beating a team down to the wire, 2 of the best rosters now in the UFGL. And it's such a defining win for these boys. No better way to do it. Sure, you go up 2-0. Sure, you skid down to 2-2. Sure, you need it in a round 11. But you know what? Devin is frosty for a reason. That's the ice in the veins. And that is X Element with an all-out heater and an instant classic within the UFGL, folks.
Yeah, I mean, quite literally, Quinn, I think at least for you and I casting, what has to be the best series that has ever been put on here inside of the UFGL. It goes all the way to a map 5, round 11. Skyfox Studios almost pulling off the ultimate upset in terms of the reverse sweep. But Quinn, you mentioned it. These are clearly the 2 best rosters now between each other. And obviously, their first matchup is an instant classic. It's a barn burner. It's a match that we are going to remember that will be cemented into the UFGL's history books. But Quinn, again, you talk about both of these teams with new rosters, both having excellent showings really, between both these teams. I mean, even if you're on the side of Skyfox, no reason to hang your head.
Oh yeah.
You dug deep. You battled back from a 6-foot deep hole, and you just weren't able to make the last climb on out. X Element, again, you avoid disaster. You're able to lock in when it matters the most. And again, for both of these teams, heading into Miami, solidifying themselves, what at least in our minds are the two most dangerous rosters, which again, if you had told me that 2 weeks ago, I would have looked at you like you were crazy, unless you were Quinn,
Yep.
who's been riding the X Element train since before there was
Oh
even
yeah.
a train. I think he built the X Element train, actually. I think it has
Built the
his name
tracks, I
on
built
it.
the train. Yeah, no,
But
these are my boys,
listen,
ride or die.
listen.